I ask everybody to please stand so we can salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll ask the clerk to take the attendance.
Councilor Brown. Councilor Judith Garcia. Councilor Teneri Garcia is absent. Councilor Lopez.
Here.
Councilor Robinson.
Here.
Councilor Recupero. Councilor Vido.
Present.
Councilor De Jesus.
Present.
Councilor Heidelberg.
Here.
Councilor Vega is absent. Councilor Taylor.
Here.
9 members present. You have a quorum.
Read the call of the meeting.
Dear Honorable Council, please be advised that City Council President Robinson has called a special meeting of the City Council for Wednesday, September 20th at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers at Chelsea City Hall for the following purposes: salute the flag, calling the roll of members, and to receive the list of finalists for City Manager position from the Screening Committee.
Chairman recognizes Council Heidelberg.
Move to accept the call of the meeting.
Seeing no objections, so moved. And at this point in time, I'd ask the chairman of the search committee to take the podium and committee.
Thank you, Mr. President, and through you to your members. I want to thank the council for inviting us here this evening to give you a report of what we've been working on. I'd like to first introduce the screening committee. For those of you that don't know us, I feel it's appropriate for the record that we identify ourselves. My name is Eugene O'Flaherty. I live at 87 Warren Ave here in Chelsea. I'm an attorney by trade, and I will pass it over to the Vice Chairman, Juan Vega, who is with us as well as Michelle Nadeau as part of the screening committee. Ms. Cromwell was also part of our screening committee. I do not see her, but let me assure you, she was very much present in all of our deliberations. I'd like to thank the screening committee for taking the time out of their schedules to do this work. Just when I was getting out, you pulled me back in, and it gave me a renewed appreciation for what it is to be a public servant. I dedicated a large part of my life to public service, and it is such an honorable profession, and I appreciate, and the screening committee appreciates, what each and every one of you do in your capacities as counselors. I'd like to also thank the screening committee members. They also have extraordinarily busy lives and schedules, but we made it work, including 4 days in a row. At night, everyone has responsibilities, but that's our duty, that's our responsibility that you gave us, and we took it seriously. Once you appointed us, Mr. President and Council, we received a profile that was developed by all of you in the community. We developed questions that were based on that profile. We received a very impressive pool of approximately 30 resumes. We used a rating mechanism to decide on those applications, and we all used a consensus method to decide which applicants to invite for interviews. All of this was done with the extraordinary help of Mary Accardi, who is present here tonight, and the Collins Center. I think all of us in the city of Chelsea owe the Collins Center, and in particular Mary, a round of applause for the work that she has done through this process. The Collins Center was invaluable in teaching us best practices in arriving at the decisions that we did. We then went on and conducted our interviews, again using the same analysis, the consensus method, to determine which candidates we were going to move to the next round. And with that, we decided who I'm going to present to you this evening. And once we did that internally as part of the screening committee, it then moved on to the next phase, which was the background and the reference checks. And that brought us all here today and tonight. The screening committee is pleased to present a slate of 4 equally qualified candidates. The committee collectively believes that any one of these candidates would serve the city well. It is now the council's job and your job to interview and evaluate these candidates on their qualifications, and you will determine who the next city manager of Chelsea will be. The candidates that I am going to list to you are in alphabetical order, and I'll start first with Mr. James Duggan. Mr. James Duggan has a master's degree in public administration from Suffolk University, a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science from Westfield State University. Mr. Duggan has over 30 years of public sector experience serving in a variety of roles. Mr. Duggan has served as a Massachusetts Undersecretary for the Office of Consumer Affairs and Business Regulations, the Town Manager of Dracut, Massachusetts, Chief Administrative Officer for the City of Gloucester, Director of the City of Marlborough Community Development Authority, Assistant Director of the City of Methuen Department of Community Development, and the Housing Program Manager and Assistant Planning Director of the City of Lowell Division of Planning and Development. The next candidate in alphabetical order is Ms. Cheryl Watson Fisher. Education, Juris Doctor from Boston College Law School, Bachelor of Arts degree in Sociology from Wheaton College. Ms. Watson Fisher has served over 30 years in the public sector, serving in a variety of roles, including in the City of Chelsea as the City Solicitor for 20 years. She has been a partner in the law firm of Galluccio and Watson since 2010. Her previous employment includes Assistant City Solicitor in the City of Cambridge, Assistant Regional Counsel for the Massachusetts Department of Social Services, and Field Attorney for the National Labor Relations Board in the Boston region. The next candidate we'll present to you in alphabetical order is Mr. Fidel Maltez. Education, received his senior executive in state and local government certification from Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government, a master's degree in public policy from Tufts University, a Bachelor of Science degree in civil and environmental engineering from Lafayette College. Mr. Maltez has served in the public sector management area since 2017, is currently the town manager for the town of Reading, and worked for the City of Chelsea in the role of Commissioner of Public Works and the Assistant Director of Public Works. Prior to his public sector experience, Mr. Maltez served in the engineering field for Cintas Corporation for more than 12 years, including the roles of engineering manager both in the United States and China, and as a field engineer in Philadelphia. The next candidate in alphabetical order is Mr. Michael McGovern. Education, Bachelor of Arts in History from the University of Massachusetts at Lowell, and continuing educational credits in the University of Massachusetts Boston Public Administration program. Mr. McGovern has worked in the public sector for 30 years in various roles, his current being the town administrator since 2018 in Shirley, Massachusetts. His previous experience includes Assistant City Manager for the City of Lowell, Coordinator of School Information and Director of School Foundation for the Greater Lowell Technical High School, Director of Northern Middlesex Tobacco Free Network for the University of Massachusetts Lowell, Director of Tobacco Control for the City of Lowell, legislative aide to a Massachusetts state representative, and a legislative aide to a Boston City Council member. At this point, Ms. Mary Accardi, who all of you know, is available to answer if there are any process questions. But on behalf of the screening committee and myself, we present these candidates to you and conclude our work on behalf of the City of Chelsea. Thank you very much.
And also, the council would like to thank you for putting in the time and work to present these candidates to us. So once again, thank you. Mary.
Sure. I think really this is the end of your agenda, correct? So
Yes.
before you go, I do have a packet of resumes for you each. We don't pass them out ahead of time, so you're not flipping through them during the presentation. So really, I'll pass these out and then you can adjourn.
Sounds good. It was over 30 candidates, you told us, over 30 candidates, you told us last night. Thank you. Mary, you can give us the copies for the other two candidates, the other two who are absent. You can give us the copies for the other two counselors, okay? Yes. Okay, these documents now are public, so utilize them carefully. Seeing no further business before this council, we are adjourned.